Hello, you guys. How are you all? Thank you for being here. Hey, Princess Megan Elsa. Oh, I'm sorry you're not feeling well. Hey, Luana. Hey, Crazy Mama. Star. Hey, Nikki. Hey, Jen. Nadie. Hey, Vicky. Good Grandma. Mahala. Holy moly. Hey, Nightmare. Miss Dubia. Joe. How are you? Hey, Melinda. Kib Kitty. Valerie. And Rand the Man. Oh my gosh, you guys, it has been a day. So I am I'm still in West Virginia. We were supposed to leave this morning, and we did leave. And we made it about 45 minutes, and Bentley threw up twice. And he's been really sick, and I just was like, nope, I'm not doing this. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow, so I really needed to be there. And we still may try to leave really early in the morning, but regardless, I mean, when you have a sick baby like that, oh, it is so stressful. So we came home and he's laying around, but I was like, well, I'm going to go live. At least I have the opportunity, and I can hang out with you guys. Take my nerves down a notch because y'all, my nerves have been shot today. So anyway, Merry Christmas, good grandma. I'm so not ready for Christmas, but have a ton of boxes sitting at my house. And yeah, just annoying. Hey, Auntie's apple bottom jeans. Have a bunch of wrapping to do. Hey, Gigi. Ava, how are you? Oh, you're wrapping right now. Hey, PJ. Hey, Aaron. Good to see you. So, thank you guys. So, I thought that today we're going to talk about but two cases because one, Idaho 4 is still out. That's what I was going to go live about last night. But, Bentley was sick, and I thought I was going to have a little bit of help that I didn't have. So I didn't. But, there's a lot to talk about every day with that case. But also, there's another case that is, it's starting to get picked up actually a little bit, but it's really important. The little girl is still out there missing somewhere, and I'm starting to fall into that one a little bit too. It gets super interesting. There are court documents out now. Now, if you guys missed my first live on Madalina Cojocari, we talked about this little girl. She's 11 years old. She was last seen, I think, November 23rd or 24th, and she wasn't reported missing until December the 15th or 18th. Well, I'll have to pull up the papers. But there's some weird stuff. I know now that her mom allegedly was a mail order bride. The stepdad, there's all kinds of stuff with that. Which one do you guys want to start with? Madalina or Idaho? Hey, Wild Cherry. I wrapped my kittens up. They loved it. Hey, Not So Dumb Blonde. Hey, Ashley Oaks. Hey, Dave. Sounds like evil parents. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they were. They just wait till we get there. Idaho. Okay. That works because it's actually how I have everything set up, anyways. So there was a lot of stuff I wanted to talk about with this white car in Idaho. There's a TikTok account that went up to the crashed car. She was close to the location and got the VIN number. And, there's even news articles that went out, trying to connect it to this case. And there is a way that I could almost see it connected with one little missing link. And that's what one of the other reasons that I didn't go live last night, because I don't know, you guys, I just want to be like responsible with my channel and that kind of stuff. So, oh, the first thing I want to play though, just because I was actually watching this in my free time, this was not to show, but it is about Idaho 4. And I hadn't seen this interview. So I was watching Plunder last night. And when I came back on, it was still on my computer today. And she shows a clip of Kaylee's dad. So actually, we're going to share that tab instead, just for a moment. It's like a 2-second clip. And Plunder is a great channel. I'm going to link it in the comments. But I'm sure most of you know about that channel anyways. But in case you don't, it's an awesome channel to get information. She does pre-recorded videos. But I hadn't seen this interview clip. So watch this.
this perpetrator is.
2 people had defensive wounds, overpowered those people.
I also want to talk.
2 people had defensive wounds and overpowered those people. I had not heard that, you guys. Luanna, I don't know what kind of parent. Wait till you see, hey Punksy, wait till you guys see the things that I found today that have come out since the parents have been to court and stuff, the things that mom said to the police, things like that. You're going to be shocked. I just, well, maybe not shocked, just sad. Maybe shocked. I don't know. It's just crazy. Oh, look at this, you guys. Totally not relevant, but for anybody who followed the Casey White and Vicky White case, she was a correctional officer and he was an inmate. There's a movie coming out about it. Imagine that. She committed suicide as they were, getting caught for what they were doing. But I just threw that in there because, let's see. We'll go to. This was sent to Jennifer Coffindaffer on Twitter. I'm going to pull up her Twitter because I want you guys to see what she says. And she just liked it. But remember, we went through the Fradanon stuff. Here's more on that that's happened since then, like newer stuff that happened last week. It said here, some guy claiming to be Fradanon showed up today on this Reddit or whatever. Here's what he said. They're going to get away with it because nobody's asking the right questions. That night was the culmination of what had been building. It is not the entire frat, but enough of them know. JCE at least. That's all I can say. And then I don't know what those numbers mean. But then they say what happened that night wasn't just about the conflict at the party. The roots are deeper and involve a wider range of people. There's a fairly tangled web of relationships, but it can be unraveled. Someone asked, is that that led to that girl Bridget and her friends? And they said it's close. So I don't know. I don't know if that means anything, but I thought it was interesting. Jennifer Coffindaffer said, she's retired FBI, she said, when I was doing my EMT rotations out of a fire station in South Dallas, my first call was to a stabbing. The woman was stabbed many times and had a perforated lung, but was screaming and was angry. To murder these 4 took ferociousness, strength, resolve. It wasn't easy. In my experience, it was a man. Now, I mean, she does have an educated opinion, so that's why I think that anything she says, I just find fascinating. I really do think that she's great. I look up to her a lot. I'm a huge fan of her. She's all about the truth, the facts, and she just presents it in a way that's easy to consume. Hey, Ashley Archer. Hey, Angie. Oh my gosh, he's doing okay, but we end up leaving, but we only drove like 45 minutes and turned around and came home. We're going to leave again in the morning. So, Nikki, it is super crazy. Oh, you did, Quinny? Where was she at? Was she on? She was on somewhere, right? Judy Ron or? Oh, thank you, Mame. Your channel is awesome. Your mods are amazing. Chat is respectful, and you go well beyond for your viewers and always are real. Oh my God, Mame, what an awesome compliment. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And I know my mods are freaking incredible and my chat. I've always been like so proud of the chat over here because there's even been people in here who don't necessarily care for me, but you will see like I don't know, just so many people come together from all over, opinions of all over, and most of the time, it's really actually pretty respectful. So, in case, I don't know if the mods linked it, but in case they didn't, here is Plunder's channel, because we did watch that little clip. It was actually like a Fox clip, but I have to say, I got it from Plunder. That's where I saw it. Oh, that's okay, Queenie. I don't mind. As long as you're not bad-mouthing them, I don't mind. Hey, Benjamin. Free virtual girls, get out of here. Oh my God, I almost blocked the wrong person. Thank God. Amanda Meow was right under, and I almost blocked him. And I would have been so upset. But, thank you, Angie. I mean, I hate to be a traitor to my gender, but unless we're talking about like some Kill Bill Super Snake Death Squad, I'd have to agree the suspect's most likely a man. Well, and we know Kaylee's dad has come out recently and said that's part of his like issue is that people haven't been, the police haven't been telling these girls that are, still at this college, hey, it's a man. It has to be a man. This was ferocious. This was so brutal that it only makes sense. And of course, it still could be a woman. I mean, that would just be a guess and doesn't necessarily mean 100%. But here's some more from Jennifer Coffindaffer. I thought it was really kind of interesting to read. So, social media running wild. Case is not cold, it's red hot, with evidence pouring in from subpoenas, warrants, lab results, Elantra leads, video review, etc. Hoping video puts people at ease as far as hoodie guy goes. Law enforcement says seeing a pattern with the Elantra, now that's important. Then she said, I never want to. Okay, so someone said it's not putting people at ease about Hoodie Guy. People on Facebook are claiming this video was shared to prove he was involved. And then Jennifer says, I never want to put down people's ideas or sleuthing, but if new information is developed, perhaps law enforcement will have a change of heart. But I don't believe he is involved, as I have seen zero facts indicating he murdered his 4 friends. Law enforcement have the facts and they say no. So that is what she says about Hoodie Guy. And that's kind of like big and bold and right out there. You guys are incredible. Yeah, Nikki, you can. It's not betraying women to say women aren't killer psychopaths as much. Well, I think when they are, they do like poisoning. Their methods tend to be a little different. Uma did it. Okay, let's see. Nikki, that's a really good question. Yeah, you can tell female and male from DNA. Okay, so then she goes on a little bit more, but this is huge about Jack S. coming from her. Like, I don't believe he is involved, as I've seen zero facts indicating he murdered his 4 friends. And you know what? I feel really bad for him. Every day that goes by, I feel just a little worse about how suspicious even I was of him. Because this kid was with his 2 friends. Let's say he's 100% innocent just for the sake of it, because we don't know for sure. But let's say he is. And he's with his 2 friends, trying to protect them, look out for them, take care of them. And then they leave. He goes home. And next thing you know, they all, and them and their other roommates, a couple of their other roommates, end up brutally killed like this. Then you have the entire internet, and I'm talking the millions of people are watching this, blaming him. So I see. Me too, Smoky Blue Days. The food truck video, he looked a little creepy, but Star, I've seen that speculation. I don't think that's true. It could be, but I've seen that since the beginning. That rumor has been out since the very beginning. Humanimal. Slenderman Killers use knives. I'm so happy to see you. Hey, Lori, good to see you. Humanimal has an awesome channel. She's beautiful, smart, funny, sassy, good sense of fashion. I love her. Go check out her channel if you haven't. Punk C is in here. And she has an awesome channel. And I'm really proud of you. You've grown like super fast. Hey, Donna. I'm not certain they're friends, but yes, we should exercise caution. See, to me, I think him and Maddie at least, see, in that video, the second one, they seem to be walking pretty close. And to me, it looks like a group, of friends. But okay, so then someone says, yes, 10,000 tips and still nothing. They're hanging their hats on a white Elantra, which is likely long gone by now. They've waited weeks to get surveillance. I guess they never heard time is of the essence. I imagine it's even more so in a town where 50% of the residents are temporary. So Jennifer says they aren't hanging their hat on the Elantra. This is one and only one aspect of this complicated case. Not saying the Elantra isn't important. It's just not the entirety of what law enforcement have in their hand. Instead, it's nearly the entirety of what law enforcement has chosen to show. And she says, thank you. I think that was the last one that she, oh, well, Justice Matters says News Nation is pushing the cold case crap. And she said, it's not cold at all. And she actually is a correspondent for News Nation, so that's kind of interesting. MB Golden, the opposite, not involved. Sorry to not be clear. Okay. So that is that on that one, I think. Oh, yes, I wanted to look at Brian Inton's as well because he posted, I have not been live since the two investigators went in the house the other day. So when I was live the other night, that is when the news broke that two investigators would be going to the home the following day. And that came from the family lawyer of Mr. Gonzalez, which I do have a video pulled up that we can check out of one of the lawyers, because then they had a woman. I don't know what's going on there. So the first tweet, he says, classes will resume at the University of Idaho on January 11th. They are adding more security on campus, distributing Birdie personal safety alarms, offering self-defense workshops, and stalking awareness education, among other safety measures. What are Birdie personal safety alarms? Yeah, same here. Smoky Blue Days. Hey, Brooklyn. Yay, you made it. Oh, thank you, crazy mama. I think the killer lives close by. I've thought that's like been one of my main thoughts since the beginning. How do you get, unless you live close or, you don't have far to make it till you're in some sort of shelter or maybe a vehicle, which you could park right behind the house. I just don't know how you get out of there without being seen. Oh, no, you're not humanimal. Hey, Lips. Merry Christmas. How are you? Good to see you. Hey, Kay. Lips has a YouTube channel too, you guys. I wish she was posting. I've been trying to get her to post up for a while, but I don't know if you haven't really been posting too much lately, have you? Apparently, Summer Wells is not a cold case either. Yeah. Donna, I don't know either. I think that people are just really impatient. A lot of people following this case are not like necessarily true crime enthusiasts that have been following many cases. Some of these bigger cases will grab people, your average person who's maybe not used to the oh, thank you, crazy mama, that's maybe not used to it. Oh, you're welcome. I'm not motivated. I'm sorry. Well, I told you, call me and I'll help you. Hopefully, or if I can help you make sense of anything. Crazy mama, thank you so much. Really, I appreciate it. Ooh, Brooklyn has a channel. Oh, hey, Jesse. I only have my music I've recorded with horrible sound on my channel. My guitar sounds like a banjo. This sound is so bad. Oh, I have to go check it out. Good to see you, Jesse. I think they're a local too. Valerie, when did you start a channel and how come I didn't know? I know. I just said this to her yesterday that like I never see her lives and I'm subscribed to her channel. The entire university website went down that night. Did you hear about that? I did hear about that. But I haven't seen it confirmed, but I've talked to people that I trust that are saying that. So, hey, West Virginia Holler Girl. Oh, no. I am so sorry. Bentley, too. Today, you missed it because I said this in the beginning, so I hate to repeat myself. But today, we went to go home. So it's a 6-hour drive. We're in West Virginia right now, in Beckley. We went to go home, and we made it like 45 minutes, not even to Bluefield. And he had thrown up twice, so we turned around and came back home. That's how everybody that, Valerie, Let me tell you guys, anybody out there that wants to start a channel, do not sit around and just think about how you want to do it, how you'd like to do it. And that final step is the hardest step to take. Just do it. Just freaking do it. Stop thinking about it. Stop wondering and just try. I mean, what's the worst that can happen? You know? Ooh, that's cool. And your niece. My niece is what you said at first. Hey, Kim M. Oh, thank you, Valerie. I hope you feel better, West Virginia Holler Girl. And crazy Mom, I hope you feel better. Oh, that sucks, Lips. We got a whole chat of sick people. Y'all need anything, Allie? I may know someone that's close. We're doing okay right now. Depends on who it is, I suppose. Oh, thank you, Ann. You guys are giving me too much credit. Okay, yep. Do it before something happens to prevent you from doing it. I sat there and wanted to do it for such a long time. Like I really did. And I don't know, finally I did it. And she got you sick from the internet, West Virginia Holler Girl. An arrest has been made where? Hey, shakes her fist. Yeah, I hope you feel better, Lips. Hey, Jordan. Good to see you. Arrest has been made. Now, are you being crazy coming in chat saying craziness? I bet Brian Enton would know about it. I'm not seeing it, so. Oh, God, I've been used to talking to babies now. I got to quit that. I've been with my little nieces and nephews. So, anyways, here they are going into the house. Investigators went back into the house. Police are okay. They said that the woman who owned the crashed white car was not connected to the property, the murders. So, but this does show the investigators going in. So hold on.
News Nation cameras. There. Two investigators show up at the house in Moscow, Idaho, where 4 college students were murdered. 37 days after the killings, the investigators, carrying a black case, went inside. 20 minutes later, the investigators came out, but did not answer questions.
Sir, can you tell us what you were looking for? Why you were back at the house? Do you know anything about the Hyundai Elantra found in Oregon?
Moscow police confirmed they are aware of a Hyundai Elantra located in Eugene, Oregon, the same model they are looking for in connection with the murders. Police say they are working with investigators in Oregon to determine.
Yeah, I don't know why it's freezing, but what are the chances of that? Like, hey, Shabanae, you have a car that's being looked for in, thank you, Lips. You have a car hey, Kimberly, that's being looked for in this huge, like, very high profile homicide. What is going on with this video? Forget it. And, what are the odds that the exact same model, like the year, color, car would be found? I mean, I think the shortest distance that I saw was like 5 hours away on one route, 5 and some change, with no license plate. I mean, it's just crazy to me. So I don't know. But I do believe I 100% agree with you, Corey. Not necessarily this car that is wrecked, but I believe the white car that has been seen on the surveillance around the home is definitely, certainly the key. Why else would no one come forward? That makes no sense. It really doesn't. You have seen not only that, remember, there is I was going to show y'all all kinds of stuff about the white car, but it just didn't work out the way that was planning. But remember, if I could find it, there is a $5,000 reward from Jason Jensen that for any information leading to the correct one. So this means, guess what? You don't have to come forward. If you know somebody that could drive this car, you could get $5,000 if you go and help investigators find it. Hey, Brutally Honest Beauty. How are you? Good to see you. So how true was it? Lori, that's the thing. So I spent so much time yesterday going through that. And there is like, because I can't get, I mean, I even spent $40 yesterday, you guys, trying to search for the exact owner of the car on like different websites, and I couldn't get the name. So, I mean, I just wouldn't. That's another reason we didn't talk about it last night. You know, could be a decoy car, possible. We'll see. This is not a dating site, dude. Okay. Let me see. There's one more thing I wanted us to look at before we switch over to Madalina, because I have so much to talk about there. A lot. But first, well, there was a few videos that I thought this was so interesting. News Nation last night did a video. Idaho murders, telltale signs a person is harboring an awful secret. So for people that may know the person who did this. But first, I'm going to just do this quick video with from Chris Cuomo. We're going to show
Okay, we have more on Idaho. Before the break, we saw exclusive video of the house where the 4 victims in the Idaho murder case lived. And now we've got the full video where 2 of the victims, Kaylee and Maddie, were walking with the infamous guy in a hoodie they call Adam. I guess technically it's not fair to call him infamous, but the guy in the hoodie that they say has been cleared, we don't understand why. Here to help us figure this out is Kaylee Gonsalves's family attorney, Shannon Gray. Counselor, thank you for being back.
Thanks for having us.
Let me play this new piece of video.
you guys. I think you remember earlier I was like the family attorney went on, but I think there's another one that's a woman. Did I mistake him for a woman because of his name? Maybe that's because his name is Shannon. Hey Jay, by the way, I don't know, but maybe it's just him. But I swear I saw another interview with the female. I don't know.
Now, do you think they're talking about the guy they're walking with, or they're talking about somebody else named Adam, and they're referring to some conversation with that guy, right?
We had seen the video. The family had seen the video over a week ago, probably. That appears to be a video that was before the food cart video that came out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I was under the impression the family got that video back in the beginning. So they only got it about a week ago. Delana, I saw that. I mean, oh my God. I don't think he ever hit her with the truck. I don't think so either. I wondered that from the beginning if that was his way of being able to confess. He had to, like give some sort of an excuse. I have this really weird rash on my leg. I hope I didn't get bit by something. It's freaking me out. You guys, that's one thing about me. I get really scared. I'll get like a pain in my, like, I swear to God, I could have a pain in my elbow. And I'll be like, oh my God, I'm gonna like, what if it's a blood clot? Or I'll always think the worst. It's just like, I torture myself.
The person they're walking with is the same person I think that was at the food court, behind them at the food court. And Adam, I believe, was just, the way that I understand it, Adam is just a bartender that at the corner bar that where they had just been. So I think it's pretty simple.
So that was just some extraneous reference. But this guy that enters the picture and he's there with them again.
Just a bartender, I don't know. Goodness dang. Dad said beginning, lawyer said a week ago. Okay, Ava, that's maybe why I thought he had it from the beginning. Well, if he does know a lot about cars. Hey, Randy.
The food truck, he was very quickly cleared. You're okay with that decision?
Well, I mean, the reality of the situation is that you have to try to trust the investigation. You know, they've made a lot of decisions about potential people that they might be interested in and clearing them. And I think we all know that the idea that you might clear someone initially and then maybe gather evidence later on and might revisit that person is always open to an investigation. So as of right now, it sounds like they've cleared that individual. And that's really the only information that we have.
Now, the way he answered that is so interesting. It's not really about what he says necessarily, but maybe what he doesn't say. Nikki, I did see that. Matter of fact, I have it. And, you know, I think I showed it for like half a second because I didn't want to, because I don't know, you know, you can't trust anything or anybody. So this right here, right? Here's her post. And then here's what she says that she saw in the car. I don't know. I mean, honestly, don't know. That's so I didn't like focus on it too much. But yeah, I did see that. It's super interesting. I guarantee you the FBI has. See, I guarantee you the FBI has some sort of. They can enhance that video and all these videos and make them at least look a little bit better. But yeah, trust in what they don't say. It's crazy. What do you think about it, Nikki? Privately, I'll tell you, I look a lot more at it than I would publicly on here because I just try to be a little bit careful. I only see Jesus with shades. Okay, let's keep listening. It's almost over.
But good point. Being cleared means nothing. And sometimes it is used as a tactic. You're right. Now that goes to a level of savvy by investigators. The man running this case is relatively young, is he not?
Yeah, it's my understanding that when we went into the meeting on Monday, the investigators were there, the two lead investigators. One of them identified himself as, I think, an officer, Brett Payne, and the other one was an Idaho State Trooper, an Officer Gilbertson. Officer Payne is a rookie as of 2020. I think he has 2 years of experience on the Moscow Police Department. And so after that meeting, you know, we went and I sent an email, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, asking for, you know, some experience, I think specifically the credentials of Officer Payne and why they had put him as a lead investigator on a quadruple.
Okay, so now we have the family attorney on national news calling out the police department, the investigator that is leading the investigation, saying that he's, you know, been only there since 2020 and that they have publicly requested to know why they put him on the case. So, wow. I wish they wouldn't do that because, yeah, I wish they wouldn't do that because I think it serves no purpose but causing more tension between family and police. And we already know that it's kind of tense. Hey, Biscuits and Crazy. Good to see you. Hey, Fiddle-dee-dee. Yes, who isn't going to get any info at all? I know. I don't know how to feel about it. Then again, I can't imagine how the family feels. I'd be going crazy too. And, you know, if you feel like these investigators, number one, are not qualified, or number two, are not doing a good job, and it's your baby's case at stake, then, you know, but I'll play it. It's almost over.
Quadruple homicide, you know, on the Moscow Police Department. And so after that meeting, you know, we went and I sent an email, I think it was 4 or 5 days ago, asking for, you know, some experience, I think specifically the credentials of Officer Payne and why they had put him as a lead investigator on a quadruple homicide.
And
No response.
hey, thank you for watching. Please go to
Wow. Wow. Oh, wow, wow, wow. This statement here is the exact reason police chief came out with that he is the head and such. It was in response to this, I guess. Notice the only one family is talking to the media, right? But Donnie, now they said that they were talking for Maddie's as well. Did the police chief say something about the lead investigator yesterday? I didn't see that. I did not see that. Okay, so back over here just for a moment because we're about to get into Madalina and I really want to talk about that today. But I had wanted to share this last video first.
I've been getting paid $1,000.
And then, okay, Ashley, chill, hold up, pause. Okay, no! Sorry. So they say, but Maddie's parents never said that. That's true. He did an interview yesterday, made it very clear he is in charge. Wait, the young guy? The guy with 2 years experience? Or the police chief? Because it isn't the police chief that only has 2 years experience, right? I am really confused. Okay, hold on. I'm going to try to find that. Is it on their, you said their Facebook? Okay, let's listen to this for a moment while I try to get that.
Secret that he for more than 5 weeks now, somebody has carried around a terrible secret that he or she, most likely he, slaughtered 4 college students in Moscow, Idaho. And that is not an easy thing to hide from friends and family and literally everybody else every moment of every day. So is it possible that the killer is exhibiting some strange new behaviors these days, giving off telltale signs that would be huge red flags for people who knew what to look for? I'm joined by Robin Dreek. He is a retired FBI special agent and the former head of the Counterintelligence Behavioral Analysis.
I guarantee you the people in the town are looking at everyone around them like side-eyeing them. Hey, social butterfly. Well, now I really don't even want to take this is going to take us like 20 minutes to get through. So I'm going to switch gears for a second because I do want to get to Madalina, even though I know, you know, probably some of you guys are not as interested in that. But honestly, it's okay because that little girl, she, you know, this case has got a ton of attention. We talk about this just because it's interesting and, you know, but that case does need some awareness. Okay, I got to hear what he says here. It's only 1 minute and 30 seconds long. I'm just going to play it all the way through.
The investigators. My command team oversees. So I know there's been some questions about the leadership in this investigation. What I want people to know is this is a Moscow Police Department investigation. We're utilizing the resources of the FBI and state police, but we pick the investigators. My command team oversees this. We have 94 years of experience between us, and we're going to continue to work this case. We're going to continue to work it to the completion. We have a lot of resources that we're utilizing, but we still ask for your help. We ask for any tips that you might have, anything that you might be able to give us. We're going to take a look at those, but be assured that this investigation is the Moscow Police Department's, and I am the chief, and we're going to follow through with this. And just know that from the very beginning of this, we've been a unified group, and we make decisions together. But those ultimately, I stand behind at the end. I'd like to update you on our tips so far. We've received 7,600 email tips. We've received 4,300 phone tips. We've received 4,500 digital tips. all of this helps build the picture that we're trying to put together here to solve this case. What we want you to know is we appreciate all your help. We appreciate. So I know there's been some questions about the leadership in this investigation. What I want people to know is this is a Moscow Police Department investigation. We're utilizing the resources of the FBI and the state police, but we pick the investigators.
Whoa, he looks red in this one. He's mad. His face is almost shaking. He's like, you know what? We got it under control. But surely to God, they don't. I think they must mean the lead investigator on the case, not him, but the man he chose to do the lead doesn't have that much experience. Monsieur, I don't know who that is. I hope they have something too. But yeah, Shay, I think they either are closing in on someone. I believe the car is going to lead them to the right person, as long as they don't, as long as they look at everyone and don't just not look at certain people, you know, whatever. If they look at everyone, I think that the car will lead them to me, the reason they haven't come forward, there's a $5,000 reward for anyone that leads to, like, for information that leads to that finding that vehicle. $5,000 reward. Why haven't they came forward? That makes no sense. So when that car is found, I believe they will have them. Yep. Jackie, either driven by or he was in the car. Something seems strange to not have any direction, at least stated by police, but never know what they aren't saying. Also, those coordinates on Reddit isn't always fact, but they still bother me. Remy, me too. That stuff bothers me. The fraternity stuff. Okay, so now, well, Social Butterfly, the 5,000 is actually not offered from family or police. It was from some private investigator who was interviewed by Court TV, Court TV, I believe. And they, during their interview, you know, announced that. Okay, so no, Joseph, I'm saying no, that's not true. They have said that the car that was crashed, they believe that the owner has no connection to the property or the case. But I'm talking about the white car that was seen on the gas station videos and on the apartment, that car that was also it was seen on that gas station surveillance, on surveillance on top of the apartments, and then also in the immediate area of the home. So that car, I believe it will lead to. That's true, you animal. They could be very, you know, detective. Okay, so oh, is it all the shirts? Okay, so now we're gonna switch gears because this is something I've really been kind of watching for, and there's a lot that came out today. So let me go back to Messenger. So the other day we talked about a little girl. What to know about it. We'll just go through this really quickly because I want to show you the new stuff. But what am I doing? No, I don't want that. Maybe later. Okay. Madalina Cojocari, beautiful 11-year-old girl from North Carolina. There she is getting off the bus. That is when she was last seen, November 21st. Surveillance video shows 11-year-old Madalina Cojocari on her school bus as she got off of her stop on November 21st. This is the last time police have independent confirmation of when she was last seen. There she is right there with her face not blurred. Wednesday, an 11-year-old girl from Cornelius remains missing. Oh, as of Wednesday, I'm sorry. She was last seen November 23rd, but she wasn't reported missing by her parents until December 15th. Her mother, Diana Cojocari, and stepfather, Christopher Palmatier, have both been charged with failure to report the disappearance of a child to law enforcement. The search for Madalina involves local authorities, and the FBI has drawn public attention with the Find Madalina hashtag trending on social media. Here's what to know. Madalina's mother told police she last saw her daughter the night of November 23rd. The next morning, Diana told police she went to Madalina's room to find her missing. On Tuesday, local police and the FBI released footage of her getting off the bus. That's the last time they can independently confirm she was seen. They are seeking additional witnesses outside of the family to narrow down the exact timeline of when she disappeared, Cornelius police said in a news release. Oh my God, am I even freaking, no. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't even show you the bus. I can't see the comments, so y'all probably been telling me. But there she is as she's getting off the bus. So, sorry. Oh my God, this case. It is pretty disturbing. Okay, so wait till you see the damn paper. Oh my God, wait till you just hear this shit I'm about to tell you because it gets unreal. So, but we'll get through this just in case you haven't been kind of caught up. So Madalina's mother, Diana, told police we saw that. Okay. The school resource officer and sixth grade school counselor from Madalina's school, Bailey Middle, went to the Cojocari residence on December 12th in response to her missing school, according to the arrest report. There was no answer at the front door and a truancy packet was left by the counselor, according to the report. Diana called the school counselor on December 14th about the truancy packet. The report says, and she said she would come in to meet with Madalina. She then came to the school on December 15th without Madalina and reported her daughter missing. I asked Diana why she did not report Madalina missing until now, the school resource officer said in the arrest report. Diana stated she was worried it might start a conflict between her and her husband, Christopher Palmatier. They've both been arrested, and they both had their bonds raised. So this says where police are searching for her. They were looking at the house. It says they've expanded the search to include Lake Cornelius as a precautionary measure. Search boats and fire officials were on the lake Monday. The lakefront is about 2 miles from the home. They were seen digging up the backyard of the family home over the weekend. She was last seen wearing jeans, pink, purple, and white Adidas shoes, and a white t-shirt and jacket. She is 4 foot 10 inches tall, has dark brown hair, and weighs about 90 pounds. You can do 1-800-CALL FBI, and there's also numbers on the banner at the bottom of the screen. Okay, so back to this. Now listen to this. We're going to switch gears to Twitter for one tweet, and we're going to go back to some pictures I have. Law enforcement noticed an area with plywood off the kitchen. Detective Nichols asked about the area, and Mr. Palmatier stated they had planned to make a separate apartment. Why would they need a separate apartment? The house has 4 bedrooms, and there's, the inside of the house. So this was at an earlier date when law enforcement had come, and I believe, but let me get to the FBI Charlotte tweeted, "We know how much you want to help find Madalina right now. The best way our community can assist is to flood the area with her precious face, print the FBI missing poster and hang it outside your home or in the window of every business or share on social media." Okay, listen to this, you guys. Let me check the comments because this is some of the from the arrest processing center. On Thursday, December 15th at approximately 13:12, officer responded to Bailey Middle School. The complainant, Diana Cojocari, who resides in Cornelius, reported her juvenile daughter, Madalina, has been missing since approximately 1200 hours on Tuesday, November 22nd, 2022. On December 12th, 2022, at approximately 1400 hours, Bailey Middle School resource officer attempted a home visit. Ms. Lampkin stated Madalina had not been to school since November 21st. There was no answer at the door and a truancy packet was left. On December 14th, Ms. Lampkin advised Madalina's mother called her requesting a meeting in reference to Madalina. She asked Diana to bring Madalina with her, and we know that Madalina did not, or Diana did not. On Thursday, December 15th, she arrived at the school without Madalina and requested Officer Nobles step into the meeting. When Officer Nobles arrived, Mrs. Lampkin and Diana advised me that Madalina had been missing since Tuesday, November 23rd. Officer Nobles spoke to Diana Cojocari, who advised she last saw Madalina on Wednesday, November 23rd at 2200 hours, so 10 p.m. She stated that Madalina went into her room that night to go to bed. Diana stated her and her husband, Christopher Palmatier, argued that night, and the next morning he drove to his family's house in Michigan. And I'm going to show you how far away that is. Diana Cojocari stated she went to check on Madalina and she was not in her room. Diana stated she waited until Saturday, November 26th, when Christopher returned home before asking if he knew where Madalina was. Bullshit. You don't ask him on the phone. Christopher stated he did not and asked the same question in return. I asked Diana why she did not report her missing until now. Diana stated she was worried it might start a conflict between her and Christopher. Officer Nobles requested she contact Christopher. So look, it says not only she last sees Madalina on the 23rd, at 10 p.m. She doesn't go to check on her until 11:30 the next morning. But okay, whatever, that's fine. But that morning, before she goes to check on her, her husband leaves and goes to his family's house in Michigan. They live in North Carolina. And not only that, Diana stated her and her husband argued that night. And the next morning, he drove to his family's house. On Thursday, December 15th, Chris stated that on 11/23 he left his residence to make a trip to Michigan. Funny, the last day she was seen is the day he went to see his family. Whatever. He advised, which is a different date than what she said. But she said he left on the 24th. He advised that he did not see Madalina the day he left and believed that the last time he saw her was a week before his trip. He stated that he returned to his residence on November 26th and asked his wife where Madalina was. And Diana said she didn't know. Chris told Diana that he did not know where Madalina was either. Chris stated that he asked Diana if she had hidden Madalina. And Diana asked Chris if he had hidden Madalina. And they both said no. What? Chris did not report her missing to the police. Chris stated he spoke with Diana several times about Madalina's whereabouts over the next 3 weeks, and both stated they did not know where she was, but they did not contact police. Now, she even admits in another one that she had told her family, like, because she has family, not in Russia, it's another country, though, because allegedly she's a mail order bride. Even if she isn't, she came from another country, and apparently her family even told her to report her missing. Only 3 options here. She did it, he did it, or it was mutual. She did not do it. What the hell does he have over her? I know. Well, she said she didn't report him missing. She didn't report her missing because she was worried it might start a conflict between her and Christopher. Okay. Here's mom. She looks a lot different than she looked when she came over from Maldives. Is it the Maldives? I don't know. It's something with the name. Moldavia. She was afraid it would cause conflict between her and her husband. This is the kind of thing that can happen when someone chooses a man or a woman over their child. Absolutely. Casey, Leilani, Megan. Yep. Leilani all over again. Okay. She was a mail order but Moldova. Yes, I think that's it. I do think that's it. That poor little girl. Andrea, oh my gosh, when I have kids the same age of a case I'm following, it always hits differently. It makes you just look at it differently. So I know just exactly what you mean. Now look at, okay, so here she is now. Let me show you, how the heck we get to that? Let me show you guys what she looked like when she first came here. We go through so much information. I mean, this is just, I actually grab anything I talk about, I go find it myself. And, or I guess like if somebody messages me with something, then I'll talk about it then. But most of the things I talk about, I go find myself and then I just send it to myself here so I don't lose it. Okay. Here is mom before and after. Now, this is her mugshot. But to me, it looks like she has like some kind of bruise or carpet rash on her forehead. Oh, wait. So see on her forehead there, I'm actually going to have to do, sorry about that. I'll take it all off for just a second because I'm getting a little bit confused. Yeah, it is near Russia. Cold-hearted, just no feelings if you can, or I mean, God only knows what's happened. They dug up the backyard for some reason, right? Then we know they had the plywood wall. Okay, so there's mom. Here is the stepdad. He does look rough compared to how he used to look as well. So this is a neighbor, and this was a neighbor's Facebook post. The FBI just searched my house with my permission, looking for Madalina Cojocari, the little girl that's missing. She lives in our neighborhood, and they are going around to every house asking questions and searching for her. This story is so sad, and reading about how court went with the parents this morning just makes it worse. Praying we found this little girl. Now remember, the very day that Madalina is last seen, that night she's supposedly last seen at 10 p.m. by mom. The next morning, he takes off from North Carolina to Michigan to go see family. Now he claims he went there the day, so she was last seen the 23rd. He claims that's the day they went. Mom claims, or that's the day he went. Mom claims the next day, so it's kind of. Remember I told you a couch was burned? Hey Seth, by the way, the couch was burned about 2 weeks ago. That was reported by a neighbor of a coworker. Huh? If she isn't sent to another country, then she's not alive. Well, we know that allegedly, we hear that, they might be okay with purchasing humans. So that's one thing. Nikki, I am too. I really am. I don't know, because it's been so long. When you hear a case where it's been this long, that's just all you can think. Hey, crime sleuthing. Hey, Alex, you're spot on. I'm getting the battered woman vibe from her, but why didn't she leave while he was out of state? Did she maybe have the daughter somewhere? Well, maybe, but you would think she would tell now. Or did he take her somewhere? You know, did he take her and dispose of her somewhere? Did he take her and I don't think so, Nana, 'cause look, and sell her somewhere. Here she is in the jail, which she has it covered up there. I'm going to vacuum in the next room. Legacy on Twitter has so much information about it. But here she is. But she does have makeup on in this. So there, that's her and him. And then, yeah, I don't see it on that one, but I don't know. Kind of loud. What is it? Well, and taking care of yourself. Yep. They only reported her because they came with. Have you seen the actual arrest document? Um, I think is that what we just went over? Let me show you. I will just pull up Twitter really fast because Legacy has all the stuff over there. So, oh, this is Madalina at school with her best friend. Madalina and my daughter Cameron in the third grade. I pray they find my baby's best friend. She hasn't seen her in over 2 years because we now live in Denver. Just thought I'd share a picture of her in a photo with at least a friend. They were very close. Cam spoke with the news last night at her candlelight vigil. She had mentioned nothing but the sweetest things about her. She's staying hopeful that she'll get to see her friend one day. Oh my gosh. I hadn't even seen that. Haven't seen. Oh, it's this one, right? Yeah. Let's see what this is. This is I Detective Patterson questioned Diana regarding her missing daughter. She explained that she believed her husband put her family in danger, but did not know what happened to Madalina. She stated that she contacted her family in Moldova. This is the one I was telling you guys about. She contacted her family in Moldova, who advised she contact the police and still hesitated to call. She stated Madalina did not have a phone, that her backpack and some clothes were missing from the residence. She did not have any friends she would stay with, and they have no family around due to Diana being from Moldova. Detective Nichols and I went to search Madalina's room. Mrs. Cojocari and Mr. Palmatier were adamant that they did not know where Madalina could be. While in the residence, I noticed an area blocked with plywood off the kitchen. Detective Nichols asked about the area, and Mr. Palmatier stated they had planned to make a separate apartment. Due to the circumstances surrounding the absence of Madalina and the 3 week delayed reporting her missing, I believe there's probable cause. Okay, so it was from that visit. I wasn't sure. about the plywood. Oh my Lord, have mercy. This one is just crazy. Detective Patterson, this statement right here. She explained that she believed her husband put her family in danger but did not know what happened to Madalina. She stated that she contacted her family in Moldova who advised, I hope they're trying to get a hold of her family out there. I really, really do. I'm curious to know what happened in the house that day. I want to know when she in fact went missing, why they were arguing, why Diana believed Christopher put the family in danger. Look at this beauty. She's so, oh my God, she's a perfect little baby. And it's sad. She didn't have friends she'd go over. They had no family. So yeah, that's this is from the vigil. I wish I had seen the interview with her little friend from the vigil. Who drives 12 to 13 hours? This is where I got that photo of the drive. To get some items during Thanksgiving Day. Make it make sense. I'm wondering if Diana has an alibi. Did she go with him? Did they go on the trip together and only the two of them came back? I have so many questions. I don't understand it. I really don't. And look, all the places where that poor baby could be, they drive right through where I'm at in West Virginia. Hey, Marie. Delana, it's possible. And like I said, it seems like they're, uh-oh, hold on, let me go back. Is that better? No, it cannot be good either way. Does that sound better? If not, that's okay. Yay. Okay. Why does it do that? Like I had to back out and come back in. I apologize, you guys. That sucks. Cray Cray, you can't take me seriously. Why? Because of the voice. It is what it is. I'm sorry. It's live streaming. You're going to have that. People have technical stuff. I'm actually not even at bad internet now. I'm in really good internet. It's just part of it. This mom kept on updating her Romania Facebook account, even her profile pic. I saw that. And didn't she use an update? Like as one of them, the profile pic she added was of her and Madalina. You sound like a robot. Oh my gosh. No, I don't have you on mute. It just was, it's on silent. Sorry about that, you guys. The program glitches. I love you guys. She does look like her mother, but man, she's beautiful. She really, really is. Oh, thank you, Maurice. So anyways, I don't know, you guys, that's kind of all, all that I've got. Like all that, that's out right now. I'm going to follow it closely. I don't know. I have a bad feeling. I think think about the other kids who were waited to be reported missing. Well, we even possibly Oren and Orson West. Oh, thank you, Eris. After she was missing. That's what I thought, Nana. I'm getting fluent in robot. Orrin and Orson West, we assume that they were missing prior to being reported. Then we have Harmony Montgomery, and look how that's turning out. They haven't found her, but there's murder charges. Then we have Oakley Carlson. Geez, she was missing for a long time. I'm sorry, but if you don't call and report your child missing immediately, something is wrong. Yep, they were digging out the yard. That's okay, Cray Cray. Cray Cray was behind, but it's okay. Lori, what state is that in again? That's with Athena, right? Is that Georgia? Or it all depends on the state, Yvette, oh my gosh, I can't believe it's taken so long for them to get justice. Oh, I cannot wait for Letitia Stout to go to court. We have Lori Vallow coming up in April. These cases, that's like with Idaho. They take a long time. It takes it just does. And if you're not used to that, and especially if you're a family member, I can't imagine how frustrating that would be. Who would not report immediately? Typically because guilty. Why else wouldn't you? She said she didn't report her missing because she was afraid it would cause conflict with her husband. Number one, why would he get mad she was reported missing if she's missing? Unless he did something to her. That makes no sense. Yeah, Michael Vaughn. Oh, Lori, me too. It might be. We've got to see some of it. Oh, thank you, Maurice. I love you guys being here. Moscow, Idaho killings won't be solved in our time era. I hope so. Let me ask you guys, if you come into a live late, do you typically rewind or do you just watch from where you are? Again, he placed their whole family in danger. I rewind always. Both. Where I come in. Ooh, I go back if it's super interesting. Wow, it's it's kind of a mixed bag, but yes. Letitia's trial, where'd that go? Starts just after 3 years of his death. Rewind, watch from the beginning, that's what I like to do sometimes too, most of the time, because I want to be like with the chat, but then I don't know, it depends. I'm in the tub watching now. Sounds awesome. All right, I'm going to let you guys go. We kind of went through everything that I had, and I'll always let you guys know when more stuff comes out. I've seen a lot of creators picking up this case, which I'm happy about. That's awesome. I love to see that, because when the more creators that cover it, I don't know, it's just more awareness, the more people that know about it, obviously, and all that kind of stuff. But anyways, that is so true, A. Charles. Crazy mama. All right. I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. I will see you guys tomorrow. I am traveling again tomorrow. Hopefully it goes well. And I hope you guys all it's almost Christmas, you guys. We got 4 days. I don't know. I'll probably do something on Christmas over here, but I hope you guys have a great Christmas. Merry Christmas Eve. Oh, I love you guys so much. I really do. And I'll talk to you soon, okay? Thank you, Shay. All right, guys. Bye.